Hey everyone, it's me, Missy, with Missy's Guidance and Tarot. Um, so I came on here because I got another message through a dream of mine, and so last night there were two things that came to me in a dream. So I dreamt that I was at work, and I was walking like down a hallway, and then there was like a little office cubicle area with the door closed. Well, anyways, the current manager that I at the company that I work for, he was in the dream and he was crying. He had tears coming down his eyes, and there were two women there that he was speaking with. So he accused me of doing some things like making fun of him and stuff like that because I kept saying cheese and rice. And because of his background, they eat a lot of rice, right? So from what I'm understanding, like they eat rice, they eat noodles and things like that. There's nothing wrong with that. You like what you like. I eat a lot of pasta. I'm not Italian, but I eat pasta. Um, I also saw 1, 2, 3 on the counter when I said that. So he was accusing me of making fun of him. He was accusing me of being nasty, basically accusing me of being discriminated against him because of his background or whatnot, basically making false accusations. Now, this is in the dream that I'm having. And the smoking gun that he had is because whenever I spoke, I always said cheese and rice. And I looked at him and said, you're accusing me of discriminating against you because I say cheese and rice. The only reason why I say cheese and rice is because I don't want to call the Lord's name in vain, which is Jesus and then Christ. So I say cheese and rice. Like every time, I don't know why I do this, but it's like whenever I'm about to cuss, I always like bring food in it, or it's like instead of saying what the he double hockey sticks, I'll be like, what in the frankincense and myrrh's going on, or like I say some weird things like what in the French toast or like something like that. It's always some weird stuff that I say because I'm trying to reduce the amount of cussing that I did. But anyways, back to the dream. So he was upset. He was crying. They closed the door. He was in there slandering me, saying that I was doing this, I was doing that. And those were none of the things that was happening. The reason why he was doing that was because there was a promotion, and I saw 0303 on the counter when I said that. There was a promotion that was there was about to be some promotions going out, and in order to knock me off my square, he decided to slander me so that he could get the promotion. And that was the end of the dream. So when I walked outside, so not only that, it's like the time frame that this happened when he was in the office complaining and whining that I was doing stuff to him. Again, this is a dream that I'm having. This was around the summertime. So this could have been happening from summertime of last year up until present day. And it's so weird because about 2 days ago, I found out that he ended up getting a promotion. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, so that makes a lot of sense, which is why I didn't get anything, but you received a promotion because of the slanders and lies. Now, in the past, I found out that this person has been lying on me in real life, saying a lot of things, and then when I confronted him about it, when you confront a liar, they try to what's the word when you backpedal, basically, type situation, like they get caught up in the lie, they don't even know what to do or whatever, so they're trying to find a way to basically uh justify the lie, so they try to come up with another lie type situation. So that's how I knew there was something going on, but I didn't really know to the extent of it, but now everything's making sense. And the dream pretty much confirmed that this person was like lying to me or lying on me about certain things. I don't know to what extent, but that's what was going on. But the women that were there, they were representing an investigation. So there could be an investigation that's about to open up. I don't know. This is all a dream that I'm having that came to me. So when I went outside, like I said, it was around the summertime, and it was like cubicles were there, but they weren't cubicles. It was like little areas were sectioned off. And I noticed that majority of these areas had water in it. Now, everybody knows that waters talk about people's emotions. So a lot of people could be in their emotions about it. A lot of people could be upset. I don't know to why they're upset. Either they're upset for the fact that the accusations that were coming out, or they were upset that he probably got a promotion. I don't know, because I was impartial to the whole thing. I don't compete where I don't compare. So you're going to be competing with yourself. I'm not competing with anyone. What is for me will be for me. And um, I listened to a reader, and she said it beautifully. If something was meant for you, it cannot be taken from you. So if this person got elevated over me, that means it was not for me. So I'm not, why am I going to be upset and like have a fit or anything like that? If it's for me, I would have gotten it. So because it's not for me, I didn't get it. Um, so, and I'm talking about real life. So now back to the dream. So when I was able to look up, because when I looked down, it was like I saw all these little sections or compartments, and they were all filled with water. So it's like a lot of people could be there in their emotions about this, right? So I don't know if these people are in their emotions because they believe what he said, or they're in their emotions because they feel as he's a liar. I don't know. I really don't know. I'm just going off of what I saw in the dreams. But there were a lot of people in their emotions about it. And then there was a section where my area was, where I had all my personal belongings and thing like that. And there were quite a few people in that area, but there was like very minimal water. You know, like when how it rains really bad outside, the ground gets saturated. That's about as much water that was there. So I was talking to, like, when I got up to that area, there was a lady looking down on me. Like a few of them, they were looking down on me, trying to have a conversation. And the response that was said was, that was so messed up. And I was like, to the effect where I responded, well, there's really nothing I can do about it. The people already made up their mind what they were going to do. So who am I to even say anything? You know, like if you're going to get something, um, if somebody was going to give you something, they have to make up their mind that they're going to give that to you. If they made up their mind not to give it to you, that's what's going to happen. They're making up their mind not to give it to you. So you can't control what people do. You can only control what you do. So I just simply said, yeah, I know it is what it is. But anyhow, am I able to get in there so I can collect my things, or would you be able to pass me my things? And the lady was like, well, there's not a lot of water in here, so you can come in and pick up your things. But there were, in that area where my stuff was, there were a lot of people in that area, and it was a small area. But when, as far as the eye can see, the rest of the cubicles, it was almost like the cubicles were filled with water, emotions. When you look far out, there were a lot of people that were in their emotions about this. Now, like I said, whether they were upset that he got the promotion, I don't know. Whether they were upset that they believed what he was saying, I don't know. It could go either way. But all I know is my area, where there were a lot of people in there, there was very few emotions being passed. It's like, I guess they became impartial to the whole situation because they expected nothing less. I don't know. So I went in there, I collected my things, and I left. And then I woke up out the dream. So that's what literally happened. Um, So basically, that's telling me that's what happened. So I'm saying all of that to say this. And I saw 10:01 on the counter when I said that. If you were see, you can't be disappointed when you're not expecting anything, right? Your expectations was met because you weren't expecting anything. Now, if you were expecting something, you would have been like, da da da, rah rah rah, yada yada yada, blah blah blah, and fly off the handle. But when you have zero to no expectations, your expectations have been met because you got nothing in return. So you could have been expecting something and it was taken from you because of maybe deception or lies or whatever it is. And somebody could have been expecting you to fly off the handle and you actually did not. You became impartial. It was like, whatever, because you already know that you weren't expecting anything. So because you didn't get anything, why should you be upset? You know what I mean? Now, in real life, and I am going to say this in real life because I knew what he did and he knows I know what he did. I said absolutely, I didn't say anything. Others are like, oh, congratulations, da 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 da. And I found out that the ones that was working with, the other individuals that was in my area was working with, they were actually watching me and probably reporting back to him. I don't know. So it was like a group effort type situation. And they succeeded, but at the end of the day, it's like they kind of didn't because I guess they were. And when I said kind of didn't, I saw 11:44 on the counter. So I guess they were expecting like some kind of reaction and they got none, like literally got none. I just said nothing. Um, so that was that dream. Then I went back after I got up. I walked the dogs and then came back and went back to sleep again. The next dream that came to me was that I was in like a mall area and there was like, well, it was like a mall slash grocery store. I don't know. They had food around and there was a particular family member that was sitting at the table diagonal from me. So it was like a four-seater, right? There was a chair here, a chair here, a chair here, and a chair here. I was sitting here and the family member was sitting there. I had like it's almost like it was like a little box, but it was open and it had like velvet in there or something like that. So, anyways, this person came up to me and asked me if I wanted something. And I'm like, what are you talking about? What do you want? But then this family member that was sitting over here, they are hooked on something. And the something that this person was offering is what this family member was hooked on. And I looked, the person dropped it in the box. And when they dropped it in the box, it was very small. It was almost like the size of a crumb, maybe like three times the size of a crumb. It was big enough that you could see it, but it was so small that you didn't think it would make a difference. It was so small. And I was like, what is this? They wouldn't tell me what it was, but they asked me if I wanted it. And then it was almost like a some type of, I want to say maybe a drug or something. I don't know. And then I asked, like, what is this? What, so you are selling this? You're going around passing this to people. How much are you selling this for? And for that small minuscule crumb that he dropped in that box, it was $50 that was it was being sold for. 14.14 on the counter when I said that, which breaks down to a 5 and then 10. So I was like, what are you like? But remember, this family member here, they were hooked on this thing. So I said, so you are the one that is distributing this so this person can get hooked on this thing. So how much would it be if I were to get the whole lot from you? And to their response, the whole lot would cost about maybe 10,000 plus because what they didn't realize it was that this was all a setup to try to take them down. So basically, what the dream was saying to me was that this person knows that what they were doing is wrong. They know that they were doing was illegal, right? And I was put in place to take that person down. So you could think that, going back to the other dream, you could be thinking that, okay, this person got what was rightfully yours because they were lying, cheating, and all of that stuff, and they ended up obtaining that situation. But sometimes you also have to look at the bigger picture to think that maybe the reason why that happened was so that you could be the one to take this person down, because all these accusations and stuff like that, and in the investigation, once that come into play, these people could see that everything that this person was saying about you was not right. Everything that this person was saying about you was a complete lie. And they're going to be the ones looking like Boo Boo the Fool. And you were being used as a weapon to take that person down. You were being used as a decoy to take that person down. So that was that was interesting. Those two dreams came to me last night into the or this morning. I thought that was very interesting. But anyways, I just wanted to share that with you. So just look at the bigger picture of this whole situation. You know, if you're being accused of something, and somebody's behind the scenes doing something deceitful, you will be vindicated, because at the end of the day, people know your character. You've never acted out a character. You've never did these things that people were accusing you of doing. You were just being you. All right, guys. So thanks for watching. Go ahead and don't forget to subscribe. Please subscribe, like, comment, and share. And you guys have a great one. Bye.